Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
Recently, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
And it didn't take us long to become completely obsessed with the show.
But one of the things we love the most about the show is the brilliant end credit sequences.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us right here on Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
All right!
Chip Chipperoo, Julia Roberts fans.
What?
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 It has to do with this episode. What the play on this episode is, the title.
Sleeping with the Frenemy.
Sleeping with the enemy.
Okay, I'm so sorry. When I was doing my research yesterday, I found a romance novel called Sleeping with the Frenemy, and it looked so bad that
You ordered it.
I had to go check it out, and I wish I hadn't. The word gushing was used. It was wild.
Gushing, not like I gush over you when I'm talking about you.
Fluids.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hope you're listening with your children.
I mean, many people are listening with their kiddos.
Sorry. Gene would say it.
Gene would 100% say it. Yeah, we're good. If I'm not even going to bring up that scene again. If you know, you know.
Finger on the pulse.
Max?
Oh, I said it exactly how it's supposed to be said.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. Have I seen Sleeping with the Enemy? Because that seems like a movie I would love.
No, we should watch it though.
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, clearly we would just want to get into this episode, but don't fret. We'll get right to Brett, the boy from out of town, soon enough.
Oh, I like that. When you paused, I was like, is there a guitar in this episode? There's no guitar.
Oh,
a guitar
fret.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I forgot what comes next because we switched roles today.
Oh, that's right. I'm kind of like in control here because I'm doing puns and Skylar's sides. Which do you want first? How about that?
I want to do puns because I'm so excited for your Max's Munchies. You know how sometimes you want to eat the vegetables before you have the good stuff on your plate?
Sure.
Let's do some burgers.
My puns are veggies?
They're not. I love them so much, but I get them every week.
My puns are fully loaded French fries. Thank you very much.
Oh my God. Is there anything better than fully loaded fries?
They're so good.
Bob would totally do a whole Thanksgiving dinner on fries.
Oh, I want to do a whole Thanksgiving dinner on fries.
Why not?
Okay, we're doing
Like
that this year.
gravy.
Yep, we're doing that the day after Thanksgiving.
We are?
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to be so full. Okay, let's play a little Bob pun or Max pun. This week we are doing Store Next Door.
Fun.
Are you ready for your first pun, Skylar?
Yeah.
All About Weave Tapestries.
Bob's?
Max. Your next pun is, here's looking at glue, kid. School project supplies.
That's funny. Bob's?
Max.
You're just trying to trick me.
That's what this game is.
I know. I was just like, Max doesn't have kids. He doesn't know what school projects are.
He's never been a kid. Your next pun is, Uptown Junk. Thrift shop.
That's funny. Bob's?
Max.
Do you like how every time I say that's funny and then choose not you?
Yeah, it's a little offensive, but
It shouldn't be offensive. I just, I'm confused because it's like 3 Maxes in a row, so I thought it was better.
don't worry. I definitely won't carry this into our relationship off the mic.
Okay, it's already been a rocky start to the morning. I drank too much of Max's coffee.
Oh, this girl. When she has a certain amount of coffee, and then when I make my coffee, she's like, some days she's like, I need another cup. And she'll sneak some.
His coffee goes missing is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
What did I want to say? I do want to be clear with you. I think that your puns are just as good as Bob's, if not better. I just got to be real with you. So.
And I just want to say that once again, I am available for hire to the Bob's creators if they want some puns. You ready for your final pun?
I mean, I guess.
Wolf in cheap clothing. Discount pet apparel.
Max.
Bob's. Wow.
Can you just do a big bleep right here? Because I'm realizing how many youngsters we have, but
Yeah, I'll put a bleep there, even though we cuss all the time.
I know we do, but that I just had to really say that. That hurt.
That an 0-4 is not common for you, and it does.
That was
hurt.
vegetables.
It does hurt. Do you want to move on quickly?
Quickly.
Okay. Are you ready for Skylar Sides, aka the fun facts before the fun facts, aka Max's Munchies?
Dish it, girl.
Love it. Let's talk about sound effects for the Bob's Burgers movie.
Oh, I love it. Gene would love this topic.
Yeah, I found it interesting. In an interview with the sound team on Screen Rant, the re-recording mixer and supervising sound editor Warren Shaw and re-recording mixer Ron Bartlett had this to say about how they achieved some of the racing sounds in that epic under the pier car chase sequence.
We were just talking about that chase sequence because we want to turn that into a ride in our fictitious
Bob's Burgers theme park.
Bob's Burgers theme park. That is our latest episode up on Patreon. We blue sky what a Bob's Burgers theme park would look like, and that is one of the rides. I am sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. That's up at patreon.com/Bob's Credits. Got to subscribe to one of the tiers, and you'll get that episode with so many others. Endless episodes.
Endless. Just us talking and talking.
I love it.
All right, let's hear.
Okay. So Warren Shaw said, "It was fun. A very good friend of ours, Charlie Campagna, is a premier sound effects recordist of the world. So he goes out and he's recording cars. Like on a Fast and Furious movie, he's recording all the cars, that kind of thing. So this one's a little different than a Fast and Furious movie, but we needed the sound of tires going over loose boards. So Charlie found all these super cool ways to do that. He took a Tesla onto the Santa Monica Pier and had the mics down by the tires. He's an incredibly inventive, brilliant guy, and he gave us all these sounds to work with and gave that scene that specific character because that stuff ain't in a sound effects library." And on top of that, he said that Lauren is a sound geek. He loved hearing about all that stuff. Lauren has maybe 2 little recording studios full of weird instruments and toys, so that was a really fun scene for them to record.
Oh my gosh. I have 2 major thoughts here.
Tell me.
First, Max and I live by the Santa Monica Pier, and you do hear cars entering the pier, and that is exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, now I want to go back and watch that sequence again.
I know. It's also just really nice to know that something so close to our heart is in the movie. We go walking. Well, Biscuit goes chipmunk hunting every Sunday near the pier. And
I like how you say it like it's like he goes off on his own. We let
"Bye,
him go.
Mom, Dad."
Yeah, bye. I'm going down to by the pier. I'm going to go chipmunk hunting.
Like
Oh,
Rudy.
oh my God, I love this.
So I love that. And then we have heard of Lauren's love for things that make noise and music, which I love, which is how, we got the intro credit sequence from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like that's something that Lauren was playing around with.
Yeah, and also how we got Gene and his love for all things like sound and noise and music.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so that's all I have for you, but I thought it was a fun excerpt from that article, and if you want to read the whole article, I'll link to it in the show notes. But I do want to rewatch the movie now and just listen to the sounds.
I didn't even think about that.
Because it's just special that someone was out there on a pier actually recording it to put it in this movie.
Yes.
Should we get into this episode?
We should.
Okay, Skylar, can we have the title and synopsis for Season 8, Episode 11, please?
The title is Sleeping with the Frenemy. It's spring break and Tammy missed her cruise to both Turks and Caicos. Tina, determined to earn a Good Deed Thunder Girls badge, suggests Tammy stays with them while her parents are gone. Soon, Brett, a BFOT, boyfriend from out of town, falls hard for Tammy, but only because Tina's feeding her every sentence. Meanwhile, Jean loses his last baby tooth. How will Linda complete her full gene collection now?
This episode came out on March 25th, 2018. It was written by Greg Thompson and directed by Brian Lo Schiavo. I'm going to jump immediately into the B story because I need you to tell everyone about you and Biscuit's teeth. Since we were just talking about Biscuit.
Let's just refresh everyone's memories if they haven't watched this episode recently. So, first of all, this is actually the second time that we hear about Linda's Jean baby teeth collection.
Oh.
The first time we heard about it, she referenced it in Sit Me Baby One More Time. So I feel like there was a reference and then they were like, oh, we should like write in a B story about it. So she has this little jar of Jean teeth that she keeps for sentimental purposes. And I guess I'm more like Linda than I realized. I saved some of Biscuit's baby teeth. I don't know. They fell out and they were so cute and he was growing up and I have them in a turtle-shaped holder thing.
That's the best ending to the story, is that they're in a turtle-shaped holder. Because I could see that happen are we the Belchers? I could see that happening in the Belcher household. Anyway, so you relate to Linda a lot. You get it.
I get it.
You don't see anything weird about it.
I don't. I think it's cute.
My mom hung on to so many things that were so weird to hang on to from my childhood. When I was a baby, I broke my arm and I had this little cast.
Oh my God.
She had it my entire life. Like I found it in the garage after she died, the little cast.
Did you take a picture?
I'm sure I have it somewhere. Yeah.
If she were alive, do you think she'd be like, on our wedding day, she'd like gift me the baby cast?
No, she would never give up that thing. Are you kidding me? She's gifting you her son.
Her son.
Her son.
That's hysterical. I mean, like, I get it, though, because that would be really cute. You broke your arm as a baby?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's a whole thing.
I do need to know now.
My parents think my sister did it. My sister did it. Just, she was a couple of years older than me. We were rough housing and stuff like that.
Oh, my.
And I was little and fragile, and it happened.
Oh, my. A little baby cast.
Yeah.
Did she keep anything else that was weird?
Oh, all sorts of things.
Which is probably the exact opposite of my mom. You and I went to help her clean out the storage unit. And I was like, my art. She's like, I don't care about your art. Okay. Anywho. Well, if we're going to be at the B story, let's finish up here. What did you think about the B story? Teddy, they went to Dr. Yap to find a tooth, and then they had to shave it down with Teddy's help, and they had to paint it white. And what do you think of the B story?
It made me so sick just because of what happens to that tooth at the very end when Jean accidentally swallows it.
Really?
It's just someone else's tooth, and it was like a gross tooth, and he swallowed it. It's just, it grosses me out. By the way,
yeah, go ahead.
We were talking about the movie this episode, and this is like the tooth is very important in that movie too. This.
You know what though? In the movie, someone puts that tooth in their mouth, and it freaked me out.
Yeah.
So why doesn't the Jean thing freak me out?
Because he swallows it.
I don't know.
I think it's gross regardless, but the fact that he swallows it is just no thanks.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny. It's just so, are we ready? Are we ready? Quintessential Bobs.
There it is.
It's family focused, but weird.
Yeah, and I love the trio of Bob, Teddy, and Jean.
Yes. Which we probably haven't seen really before.
No, not the three of them kind of like off doing something. So I enjoyed them all, kind of like the three of them working together. I always enjoy a creepy Dr. Yap appearance. He's so sketchy.
Yeah, that was like a good dose of him. Just that one scene.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. I also really like how it just mimicked life really well. I liked how it turned out where they think it's this big problem, and then Linda's like, I don't have a complete set.
Yeah, she's like, I take them out and play with it and stuff.
That
Like,
was
do you ever
so
take
funny.
Biscuit's teeth out and play with them?
No.
No, you never like glued them together, maybe made like a ring out of it or something?
No,
Are you thinking about doing that now?
No.
Okay.
We have our differences, Linda and I.
Okay.
We do. Fully loved the B story.
I did too. Should we jump to the A story here?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So, just to refresh everyone's memories, Tammy comes to stay with them. She's a butthead, as everyone assumed she would be. Brett, a boy from out of town, falls in love with Tammy, but Tina and Brett start texting because Tammy's not good at this stuff, and they really fall in love. And then they start feeding dialogue. Tina feeds Tammy dialogue. So, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you understand the line at the end of the episode where Tina reveals, hey, it's been me all along, and they go off to the beach together? Did you understand Linda and Louise's line? Linda says that they were Cyrano du Bergerac and Syrah, yes, du Bergerac.
Yes. Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yes.
Who I like Bergerac though, because that works for this show.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like that classic tale of what exactly happens in this is like one person is feeding the other person like lines to romance a woman. And there was
didn't know.
Steve Martin was in a movie.
Oh, that's why you know.
Was it called Roxanne, I think?
Yeah, that's the name of the female character.
Yeah, he's in a movie
that's why you know this story. I just don't see you as someone who's like up on classic French literature.
No, the only history I like or like literature I know is based on Steve Martin and his movies.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Because we love Steve Martin, not because
yes.
you're not intellectual. So the plot of this A story is based on the classic French play. Let's see if my high school French can aid me here, called Cyrano du Bergerac.
I thought it was great. All right, do we have any French people out there? Can we get a rating?
We do have, we had like 10 downloads from France.
You know who's really bad at a French accent?
Who?
Wanda Sykes.
Oh, she kind of is.
In her new stand-up special, because her wife is French. She does an impression of her throughout the entire thing.
It's almost there.
It's so bad. It's not a good French impression. It's not even like it's not even like a good bad impression.
Yeah. But her
But she's smoking a cigarette
the whole
every time. That's
it's
funny.
Really funny. So this classic play, which has been adapted every which way, apparently, is about this man who is insecure of his big nose. And he's in love with this woman, Roxanne. And Roxanne falls in love with this other man. But the guy with the big nose is a poet. And so he starts writing her letters as this other person. She falls in love with him. It's this whole thing. There is a balcony scene where it's literally like the balcony scene where Tammy's sticking her head out of the window and Tina's talking. So lots of references. There's a balcony scene and he's under there. Cyrano is under there feeding dialogue. And what she really falls in love with is the beautiful words. So there you go. Bob's Burgers,
Pulling from famous literature.
Love it.
For a plot.
So let's talk about Bob's version.
First of all, I want to say that it is so validating for Tina to have Tammy stay at her house and for her whole family to realize that Tammy's pretty awful. She is obnoxious. She is spoiled. I love getting to see Tammy's dad, who is awful, and you can see why Tammy's the way that she is. David Herman, by the way, it sounds just like Mr. Franz, this character, but it works.
Her dad.
Yeah.
You're right. It's so validating. She is horrible. And Tina actually, she's mean too. Tina actually handles her pretty well, both in this episode and in high school. But yeah, the whole family got a new understanding for Tina's plight. Speaking of Tammy, This is the first episode where we see her without her eyeshadow on.
Oh, interesting.
Would you like to see a photo?
Yes. And this will be up in our carousel on Instagram for those of you who like to listen and look at all the images that we post. Bob's credits on Instagram. Oh, yeah. Well, she's getting her hair done by Bob.
Which, for some reason, I thought was hilarious.
Oh, it's great.
Like, I'm trying to imagine if we had kids and then we had a sleepover and you had to do one of their girls' hair. I would just die. I would die.
Yeah, Bob is a phenomenal dad.
God bless him.
Bob, because we've seen him with like sleepovers and stuff like that. He doesn't complain, but he like takes all the kids home in slumber party. You know, he's just
that
like
was so good. That was like Dad of the Year moment.
He does good dad stuff. He really does.
This reminds me, or kind of that essence of Bob reminds me a lot of my dad. He was the one who would organize the sleepovers. He'd make the pancakes. He would do our hair. He was very involved with me and my friends and really present. That was something like that was very good about my dad.
That's special.
Yeah. This episode, which is probably Jenny Slate's biggest Bob's episode, Jenny Slate.
Most like screen time.
Yeah,
for
I would
Tammy.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode was aired on Jenny Slate's 36th birthday.
Oh, what a nice little
fun.
birthday present for Jenny Slate.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I also, since we're talking about voices here, just want to point out that Andy Samberg is Brett.
So good.
I love Andy Samberg. If you haven't seen Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping. That's what it's called? Something like that. Please go watch that. It is hilarious. And
it's so good.
Hot Rod's great too. I've never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We've never tried, or maybe I think we tried the pilot, just haven't watched it. But I just think he's funny.
Dash, our listener, who
and
also
friends.
And friend and podcaster, we were chatting about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and they really convinced me that maybe we should watch it.
Yeah, we've always meant to get more into it. We just haven't because we like everyone involved in that show.
Yeah. No, but that Pop Star movie is really good if you want just like a feel-good laugh.
It's so funny. The songs are so funny, and it's super rewatchable.
We've never rewatched it.
Yeah, but it is. Because I've watched so many clips from it. I feel like I've watched it numerous times.
You even had a t-shirt.
But yeah, I do think it's up there with like game night as far as comedy rewatchability goes.
I'm down to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Okay, back to this A story. This also gave me new respect for parents in general, because can you imagine the patience you would have to have if you kind of one of your kids' friends was kind of bratty and you had to just be like nice.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Because kids can be bratty.
I love Tina-centric episodes. I really do. She's always trying. The whole reason Tammy's even there is because she's trying to do something. She's trying to do a good deed. She just has a good heart. Yes, she's trying to do it to earn a badge, or badge. But still, it's always, she's such a good-hearted person.
I love any teen drama, any teen romance. So this is going to be a great episode for me. And it really delivered. I loved it.
Has a happy ending.
We also get a great bow at the end of the episode when Tina sees the tooth with the seagull. Oh, I read on Reddit, someone said that this was their least favorite episode of this season, and I could just not agree less.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to go scroll through all the episodes. I still don't remember what's coming up, to be honest, but...
Right. And it's just a really strong season.
Yeah.
Exactly. I had so much fun with this episode. I just have one more fun fact for you. So Tina has these fantasies of what her life is going to look like if she doesn't step up and stop helping Tammy. And in one of her fantasies, a rabbi is marrying Brett and Tammy. That is the same rabbi from Tammy's bar mitzvah.
Oh, wow. What a fun detail.
Isn't that so cool?
That's such a great detail. Yeah. Should we do...
Oh, I have it on my phone.
Okay. Should we do a side-by-side on the carousel?
Yes.
Okay.
This is from
Yeah. Okay. So that's
Tina
from
Mitzvah.
Got it.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
So fun.
Tina took that memory and put him into like her fantasy that she's imagining. Yep. That's great. Should we get into the end credits?
Let's do it.
Okay. So as Skylar mentioned, the last moment is a moment between Tina and Brett on the pier or on the boardwalk. And then we'll get into the end credits.
Okay, I just have to say that growing up on Ocean Avenue, prime spot for some teenage first kisses, some magical first moments.
I agree. I used to, for a while when I first started driving, I lived in the Valley, which was far from the Santa Monica Pier. But my go-to for dates would be to pick up my date and we'd drive and have dinner somewhere and then walk down the pier.
What?
Yeah, afterwards.
What age was this?
This was like in my teens when I was driving.
Oh my gosh. Max would never take me to the pier now and we live 5 minutes from it.
Well, we don't want to go to the pier, trust
I know.
me.
That's the joke of it all. That's really cute. There's like carnival games.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a good after dinner thing.
Wonderful. I'm sorry. I know we talk about the other two. You guys, if you're not watching the other two, what are you doing?
Go watch that show.
But there's this boyfriend of one of the main characters that he's an actor, but he's in character 24/7. And when they first meet, he's in a teen, like,
rom-com.
romance drama. It's like those indie romances where you say things like, doesn't the world feel a little too bright sometimes? And then you have a montage at a carnival. That's what your dates at the Santa Monica Pier look like.
And that's
to me.
exactly what I was going for too. So it works.
Looks like the ocean's out tonight.
Hey, look, it's waving at you.
Damn, we're gonna kiss.
Oh my god, did that seagull just cough up a tooth?
Oh, let me get that for my mom.
What?
No, it can wait.
I'm the one who isn't a nerd.
Here we go.
Here we go. Tell me what happens at these end credits. Where are we? What's going on?
We have the classic kitchen sequence and Tammy in her glasses which I loved that I can't remember what happened to her contacts, but I love seeing her in her glasses.
It's a good reveal.
It's a good reveal.
Because I think she picks on Tina a lot for her glasses.
Oh, aha moment. Damn. And then we have Tina and Tammy side by side, and they're doing a sister act.
Yeah. And like you said, it's generic kitchen sequence, so Bob and Louise are prepping burgers behind them.
Yep. Tammy has her hand on her hip, and she's like pointing to Tina in a very like Broadway theater way.
Yeah, they're going to do like kind of this show tuney duet together.
And Tammy just said, she's the nerd or something like that.
Yeah, we'll go through the lyrics at the end.
Okay.
I'm the one who thinks up the words.
I'm the face.
You fart up the place, but we got that BFOT right on the kiss spot.
Oh my god. They go, when we got that BFOT, they turn in and face each other.
Yeah.
And they're crouching and they're doing like little steps. And then we got that BFOT right on the kiss spot. The kiss spot, they both blow a kiss.
Yeah, it's super Broadway-esque. All the dance moves are very Broadway-esque for this kind of song. I can totally see the writers and stuff testing out these moves before they animated them.
Yes. And then to me, it's very like a double act where like not a cabaret, but
What'd you say when we were watching it?
Okay.
Sister.
No.
Oh, it wasn't sister?
Different sisters.
Oh.
Sister.
Yeah.
I think that there's some inspiration from it. Can we play just a clip? Because I think when she goes, I wear the dress, she wears the dress, and I stay home.
Yeah. What's it from? White Christmas?
Yeah.
Sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, no sir. I'm here to keep my eye on her.
If you're in our Discord or DM us, we haven't hit the perfect inspiration.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what this is based on? We're really close with the sister.
Yeah. Which song, which performance are they actually pulling this from?
Yes.
Or is it just a combination of all of them? Because there's so many.
We're getting close.
Yeah.
All right. Any musical theater nerds out there? And if you want to see the sister, I think it's called Sisters from White Christmas.
Just YouTube, Google Sisters White Christmas.
The moves are very pointing at each other. They're dancing side by side. That whole thing.
I'm the face.
You fart up the place, but we got that BFOT right on the kiss spot.
I'm the one
Okay, can
who
you
drives
pause for
him
a second?
insane.
When it goes, dun, 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 right on the kiss spot, they like kiss and throw their hands up, and the burger flips at the same time, and it is so satisfying. So satisfying.
I love that.
I'm the one who drives him insane.
Hair flick.
Only when I bypass your brain.
I'm a dork.
You made me sleep on the floor, but we got the BFOT on the kiss spot.
I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah. They're still doing their shtick as Linda does what she normally does, comes into the window, grabs the burger that Louise has placed up there to deliver.
There's lots of moves, every move matches their word. So Tina crosses her arm. Tammy. She could be called Hammy.
She definitely could be Hammy.
She flicks her hair.
A lot of good stuff here. This coming up is one of my favorite parts where it plays to what happened in the episode where she just lets Tammy move her mouth and she talks.
Okay.
And they're going to do that here in the song, and it's hilarious.
Love it.
Take it, Tammy. Boop, boop, poopy, poop, poop, poop.
Oh, that's so
Boop, 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 boop,
good.
boop, boop.
Happier and snappier. Less farty.
Less farty.
It's such a great way to end the episode and the end credits.
I think there was just like so much going on when I was watching this yesterday. I was just watching Tina and I didn't realize that Tammy was just moving her mouth and Tina's noises were supposed to be coming out of her mouth. That's a great detail.
It is. I enjoy it so much. And then at the very end there, of course, Gene makes his appearance walking across as he normally does in his burger suit.
Just a normal day.
He's just normal men. Okay, you want the lyrics?
Hell yeah, I want the lyrics.
Okay, it's called BFOT on the kiss spot. I'm the one who isn't a nerd. I'm the one who thinks up the words.
Love it.
I'm the face. You fart up the place. But we got that BFOT right on the kiss spot. I'm the one who drives him insane. Only when I bypass your brain. I'm adorbs. You made me sleep on the floor. But we got that BFOT right on the kiss spot. Take it, Tammy. Happier and snappier. Tina blows raspberries, according to this. And that's it.
Well, and then of course we have Tammy's line, less farty. It is so classical musical where there's a predicament, but they both got the outcome they wanted. They got the BFOT right on the kiss spot. It's so good. I really, really appreciate this parody.
Highlights, lowlights.
I think Tammy's last line is a highlight because you're kind of like the credits are over.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to sneak it in there.
Yeah. I love that the burger flip like happens on this crescendo. That's really nice. Maybe we can record that and put in our carousel.
Yeah,
You can
I'll
just
try.
remind me to do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I don't want to give you more work.
Give me all the work.
The song. Who wrote this song?
It's a good question.
Maybe it's the writers.
Yeah, I think a lot of times it's the writers who write the episode with the music team, but I don't know for sure.
Well, it is a huge highlight, and I'm feeling good about the scoring.
Yeah. We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's Go ahead, Skylar.
I'm giving these a 9.5.
I am going to give them a 9.
Love it. It's original music. It tells the whole story in a new way. I wasn't expecting a musical parody here, so it was very unexpected. And that is always something that I love about the credits. When it comes out of left field, I just loved it.
I also love how animated Jenny Slate's voice is versus how monotone Dan Mintz's voice are.
It's a great contrast.
It just goes so well together. It's such a good song. I love watching them do their little Broadway dance moves. Again,
Tammy's glasses.
Tammy's glasses. I love that last moment where Tina's just making noises and Tammy's moving her mouth. It's just good stuff. And, it's classic end kitchen scene too.
It is funny that they're finally getting along, Tammy and Tina. But this was just an exhausting week for everyone. So everyone's just back to the kitchen, and it's like everyone must just be so excited for Tammy to leave.
Yeah, I'm excited for Tammy to leave.
Same, girl.
So those are the end credits to Sleeping with the Frenemy. Thank you, everyone, for listening. As we said, go over to Bob's Credits on Instagram if you're not following us there, because that's where all the images from this episode are currently. But you can follow us on other social media, Bob's Credits, and subscribe to our Patreon. We got lots of really fun bonuses on there and all sorts of fun things.
Live trivia, fan theories. I think we have upwards of 30 full-length episodes
Yeah.
over there.
Maybe 40 even. Exclusive merchandise, that kind of thing. And leave us a review.
Yeah.
Your reviews help us out so much, and they melt our hearts. So please, please, if you've been listening and you enjoy us and you enjoy this podcast, leave a review for us. Thank you. Anything else you want to say?
I'm just going to say, stay farty.
That's something that I'm sure most of us will do.
We all do it.
Yeah.
Not just Tammy.
Yeah.